left. Like,
Okay, now you guys are live.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We are now live. Can you hear us?
We're here at the Retro Ranger
Can you see
Wrap-Up
us?
live on that hashtag show. We are going to be talking Power Rangers Turbo today.
boom, boom, boom.
We can't wait to finish Power Rangers Turbo because
We cannot wait to finish Power Rangers.
That's
Turbo.
why I'm
Oh
so
my
excited.
goodness.
That's why I'm excited.
Because Power Rangers in Space gets so much. Wait, am I live now?
Are we now?
It doesn't look like it's live.
Right.
Is it live?
Welcome for the third time
We're
to
gonna
that
do
hashtag
this.
show.
It's a charm.
I am Joe. This is L, and this is, I was going to say real because I was looking at real. This is Daniel. We are
No,
here
it's
live.
Galactica,
We're
baby.
talking Retro Ranger Wrap-Up. We hadn't been here for a couple of weeks, but we are back. You were in Temecula. How was it?
It was amazing. I got to feed some goats.
That's right. Was it like a petting zoo? A touching zoo? A petting
friend's
zoo?
ranch.
What was that
friend's
noise
ranch.
you had just made?
Dang. Balling.
What was that noise?
I'm a goat.
That's the noise the goat makes. Daniel, what have you been up to? You just got diagnosed with gout. How's that been?
I am alive, and that is a shock, definitely. But
No, he
doing a
said it
whole
last
lot
night
better.
live.
Doing a whole lot better. Doing on a diet. I'm feeling amazing. Look at this. I can do kicks. Wow, looks amazing.
Yeah.
That's the way I
crutches.
think.
No crutches.
No crutches. No crutches.
Right, so,
that
wait,
really hurt. Though.
let's
I have to leave.
I
said he was. God damn it.
I gotta ask you. So now that you got diagnosed officially,
Yeah.
what's been the biggest dietary change for you? Honestly, the hardest thing to give up.
honestly, the thing is, yes, like red meat. No more on the heavy on the red meat. I gotta stay away from like organ meats and blah blah. So that means like less hot dogs, pretty much. But
Organ
I'm
meats.
alright with that. But in the steaks, like God, man, it's winter. That comes that cold time where you're like, yo, a filet mignon. You throw
can
that
eat
up on the
turkey, though,
grill.
right? Thanksgiving's coming
man.
up.
So
ham.
I just made a turkey fucking what is that thing?
A sandwich.
Sorry guys. No, oh yeah, I
wrap.
did make a sandwich.
A burrito.
There's so many things you can't
shepherd's
eat.
pie. I just made a turkey shepherd's
Ooh, and
pie.
those are so much more hearty than
Oh,
the pie.
so bomb.
You know, so
bomb.
before we went live on air, we were doing a fun game with Daniel because Daniel apparently knows a ton of
Cartoon
old
theme
school
songs.
cartoon theme songs. We were quizzing him, and like
I was doing well.
you were doing pretty good.
was
Like
doing
no
well.
joke. Like even lyrics. Like
Yeah.
it's not just the melody. You had
Right.
the lyrics too.
Right.
I almost think if you guys super chat and they say a Power Ranger theme song. Daniel
Oh
has to
shoot!
say
I
it.
know. I need to know
Boom.
that song. Power Rangers is not what I got.
But-
you guys give me the cartoon stuff, like all the stuff you're digging on Disney right now. You guys go hit me up. I know
Disney
that
Plus.
song.
Disney Plus. Yeah,
Yeah.
check it out. I think. By the way, have you guys checked out Disney Plus?
I started watching Gargoyles. I'm super excited. That was one of my favorite series, and I can't wait to check out Darkwing Duck after.
Did you log into mine?
I did.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I want to log in. What the hell?
You don't have a login?
No.
Well, I cannot share it.
Oh yes, please.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum,
Disney, I'm sorry in advance.
Man, that opening is epic, but not as good as like the X-Men one is the best. Though.
X-Men. All right, so
X-Men is the best.
So, you know, speaking of the X-Men, one thing that I've realized is that if you actually go back, all right, great.
Okay.
If you go back and watch the Spider-Man films, the MCU films,
Yes.
they do an orchestra version, which is the theme song for the film. You imagine hearing an orchestra version of that, dun, 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 like the orchestra version. Like when it comes to the MCU, I can't wait for that.
That's going to be
moment.
huge.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big thing, and you know that's what Marvel likes to do.
Yeah.
They're like, here's a nod, let me go ahead and give you something for it. Now, do you think that will happen when it comes to Power Rangers? Real
Well,
question.
we did get an orchestra version for the 2017 movie.
Yeah.
True, but when Hasbro hits it, are they going to be like, yo, we want you to know
know-
this is a nod, and this is big?
Truth be told, I think Hasbro's doing so many things outside of the box
Mm-hmm.
that I wouldn't be surprised if their theatrical movie was getting all of the every Ranger back for like a long form movie.
That
Like,
would be super amazing.
I think-
if they
well,
can do that.
I
that would be a
wouldn't.
big
I
deal.
wouldn't be shocked if that happened. Like mainly because they're paying fan service, but there's so many generation of seasons that I can see it happening.
But, I mean, when you say of so many Rangers, like, are you talking about, like, from...
I'm talking
older
from Mighty
seasons or
Morphin all the way up to Beast Morphers now, and whatever they're going. And I think in the movie they would introduce that a new season.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
this is
a lot
just me.
to like put into.
That-
a
that
single
Well,
movie.
this is why I
man.
don't think it'd just be a single movie. This is why I think they would set it up to be like a long form story. That's
So
told.
you're gonna think of it more like the Turbo movie, how that segued us into.
more so. I
But
think.
better, obviously. 'cause
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come
more
on.
so. I think it would be more so that way.
Turbo's a terrible
I
season.
think, look, and this is, I'm not even speculating. This is just what I would want, but I was saying it's something that Hasbro could do. I do think, though, if you're looking at it from a purely dollars and cents standpoint,
Yeah.
And getting like acquiring big actors and things like that, then you would go theatrically, and you would just wipe the slate clean. With that being said, though, with Power Rangers, the 2017 movie, all of those actors that were in it, like they are fairly well-known actors at this point.
Now
They
they're
were
all
so
like
good. I'm so sad that there's
Yeah.
not a continuation of that, especially that Rita Repulsa. Oh my goodness.
Right, right.
Thanks was amazing.
Yeah,
Blackwing left a message.
There's actually an orchestra.
oh, there is an extra version of the X-Men's theme song. Yeah, there is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The thing that I dig about that movie though is that cast is so well done. Like and it reminds me of that the old school Superman feel, where it's like the original Donner Superman had like all these classic actors. Like Gene Hackman was already a star at this point. Glenn Ford was in the film as Pa Kent. Yeah, Jackie Cooper was also an amazing actor at the time. You had all these Marlon Brando was Jor-El. So you had all these marquee actors that surrounded a new name, which was Christopher Reeve at the time.
True.
And I think that Power Rangers kind of did that with Elizabeth Banks being Rita Repulsa.
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad and Power Rangers. He was Zordon.
And Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle. Then you had Bill Hader from SNL. He was Alpha.
Alpha the voice.
Right. So you already had this group of established actors.
Because like Becky G was
Becky G.
already
Becky G,
well-known.
that's
Yeah.
Becky G was well known for her singing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then after that, Naomi Scott at this point, she's blowing up like with
Now.
Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
Obviously with Aladdin, she was in Aladdin, the female lead in Aladdin.
Because even Ludi Lin too, he was in
Ludi
Black
Lin?
Mirror episode
Yeah,
with,
that's right.
Mantis.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was
Yep.
a good one.
What the fuck are you talking about, Naomi Scott?
Because she was in Power
She was
Rangers,
in Power Rangers,
2017
right?
movie. Yeah,
2017.
she was the Pink Ranger, Kimberly. So, and then you had Ludi Lin. Ludi Lin was the Black Ranger. Ludi Lin went on to Aquaman.
Aquaman,
Oh, yeah. Aquaman
like we said,
was
Black Mirror,
Black
and
Mirror.
possibly. I mean, there are options for.
There's
right
a lot
now
of
when
options
we're
for
thinking-
Ludi. He just signed
I
on
want-
something else that was really big too.
I want him as probably my Nightwing.
What was that? Mortal Kombat. Ludi Lin's gonna be in Mortal Kombat.
I want him as my Nightwing.
I was gonna say that too.
I
He would
want
be
him as my
so good
Nightwing.
as Nightwing.
So actually,
or effing Robin. man.
Actually, this is a
Or
great
Batman,
segue.
or-
This is actually a great way to segue for later on for all of you Star Wars fans. There's an actor that's actually he's the main voice of who's the main character in Star Wars Resistance?
Ezra.
No, Resistance.
Resistance. Oh, it's that little kid. I don't know his name.
Well, the kid actually Elijah Wood's actually in
That
the
would be
premiere
my
of
guy.
Resistance. But the kid that's the main I think his name is Christopher Sean actually.
Maybe.
Christopher Sean, this dude that's Christopher Sean, he's the lead in Star Wars Resistance. He would be the perfect Nightwing.
Oh,
The
really? You think so?
perfect Nightwing. Yeah, check him out. The perfect Nightwing. He'd be perfect. But even though you got Dacre Montgomery who did Stranger Things,
Yeah.
you obviously I think another big star too of that was what's his name? The Blue Ranger, Billy. What
Yeah. Oh God, I forgot his name.
was Billy's name?
The actor.
We all blanked on that.
Yeah.
Yep. We all blanked.
Yep. Anyway, he was going on. He was in the CW, the Arrowverse for a while, doing
Yeah.
some stuff there. He was there's a ton of things.
Like
I think
every person from Power Rangers right now, like that's from the film, is off doing something else if they weren't already established. So it kind of says like, okay, congratulations, kudos to casting, but does that say congratulations and kudos to the film? And should people
I
go
thought
back
that film was
and
really
revisit?
good because
Well,
the whole thing with Power Rangers too, like I like that twist on it because the original Power Rangers they picked the popular kids to be like even cooler.
Right.
This film picked like the underdog kids, the ones that were ostracized, the ones that were left out, and I feel
Yeah.
like you relate to that a lot more.
well because
Very
it was
true.
real teenagers with
Yeah.
attitude.
Yeah.
it was
That's what it was.
It was.
But anyway, we can reminisce and talk about the film franchise for a long time.
but we gotta
we're-
get through Turbo.
We
'cause
gotta
we
get
don't
through
talk
Turbo.
about Turbo.
Yeah.
We got to get through Turbo. So, right now, speaking of Power Rangers Turbo, I'd asked you guys earlier when we weren't live on the air, but where are you guys right now with Turbo?
We're okay. So we have 3 episodes that we're gonna talk about today, and after today, we only have 4 more episodes.
And you're so happy about this.
I am so happy because
Complete-
everyone has been hyping up space. I cannot wait to get to space.
And that's Josh's debut. He's coming on for Power Rangers in
Yeah.
Space.
oh, it's gonna be great.
So let's break this down. Do we want to do 2 more weeks of Turbo or
That's what
all
I'm doing.
4
I
next
think
week?
we should do the 2 episodes.
Oh yeah, then Chasing
and
Space.
then the
Yeah.
last 2 that's gonna segue into space.
I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great
Okay.
idea. Al. Where are you at with Turbo? It's not your favorite.
It is. It is not my favorite. I hate to say this, but I almost say it ranks lower. Like the second half with the new cast, even though I like, the stories are just terrible. It's worse than Alien Rangers for me.
Wow.
Like the development, like they have so many more episodes to
how
work
it feels.
with, and I don't feel like I care about a single one of these characters.
No.
How about you?
Literally, I feel like what's happening right now, Saban is saying what my shirt is saying. Like literally, because that's how much it
Beast
hurts.
Among Worlds?
Yeah, I guess that could be an option, but it's really bad. Turbo is really bad, and why didn't you warn me about how bad it was?
Well, the first time I liked her.
I told you
original
guys.
cast.
I told you guys that it was not a great season.
Jeez,
Because all we
it
know
is
about
the
Ashley is
worst.
she wants to be a designer, or she made those ugly jackets. We know that, like.
I know nothing else about her. The character development
Cat-
concerning.
Cat-
Oh, what up, Martha? Martha's in the chat. What up?
What?
Yeah, Martha's in the chat. She has a great agency. She's awesome. She represents Roger Valesco.
Yes.
She's amazing. Thank you so much.
Once again,
Martha.
as I said before, I feel
Yes,
one of
and
the
absolutely.
biggest, biggest robberies.
I actually Martha should come up with Roger for your guys' debut for space.
That makes sense.
So that
Makes sense.
would be great.
Actually, yeah, Martha.
Roger, Carlos,
Yeah, yeah.
represents Carlos.
Yeah.
He should come on
He
for
should
space.
come on
for
for
space.
space. Yeah.
Actually, that would be great, Martha. If you can go ahead and make sure
We should
that
get-
you
we
can
should get
set
Chris,
that up
too.
as far as that would be great. Whoa,
Andrew.
wait,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
what if we do that?
Can we?
It's gonna be. We're just gonna let them run the
Dude.
show. That's it. Because those
Chris
two
is
will
so
have
cool. I like
those two
that.
will have a ridiculous conversation. It's gonna be amazing,
Mm-hmm.
and it would be like a great thing to see. Oh, maybe we can do something where we have them do like their own little commentary on an episode.
That
Yeah.
would be great.
Because
That
people
be
would love to
fantastic.
hear what they have to say.
I love it.
And
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have like amazing behind the scenes stories.
So yeah, and hey, and Blackwing even said, Daniel, you were fairly warned. With Turbo, you were fairly warned.
Okay, you know what? Fine. Okay, I feel that you guys didn't warn hard enough by saying, Daniel, beware. This is going to be very hard to deal with, and be prepared for what you're going to get after, which is possibly one of the best seasons of Power Rangers. But you have to go through the bad to get to the good, and I feel it was.
All right.
It's unfair.
So
as
we're
far
gonna
as what
try.
happened
So
with
right
the-
now we're gonna try to formulate this. I don't want to get your fans too hyped on this, but Martha even said we're gonna try to get Tracy,
Oh, nice.
Chris, and Roger.
Okay,
That
that
would
makes
be
sense. That makes
fantastic.
sense. Well, I'll go for it. I'll go
Amazing,
for it.
and they should. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be fun. That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
That would be, and we should have it at a special place.
A special
Well,
place, like a venue or something.
Yeah.
eh?
Oh yeah.
That'd be a lot of
Or
fun.
If
we
anyone
should do it
wanted
in
to
the
come on
beginning.
down and
Oh
Let's do
yeah,
it
maybe make it a
beginning.
public thing.
yeah.
We should do it at the beginning of the year. Though.
This is how we
should wait.
brainstorm.
We should
No,
wait
no,
and do it.
no.
You want to
No, we do it right now.
Oh, I'm thinking beginning of the year. You know,
Yeah, we can do it.
give us a little time to stretch out. You know,
I know,
like-
we want to plan it. We want
like,
to make a fun
few
event, but
weeks.
we'll see how it
A
goes.
few
So stay
weeks, like,
tuned. If
I
you
don't
want
know,
to
about
follow
four,
any of our
maybe
social
five,
media,
maybe
we'll post it on there.
like 6.
Shameless plug,
Yeah.
Martha says. Shameless plug. She likes. She's in for that. I like that. Man, that'd be so
Man.
much fun.
I'm in for it. I know the fans. People are already watching. Are already excited for it.
Hey,
There's
speaking of
27
Tracy,
other people out
she's
there.
reprising her role as Ashley Hammond, Chancellor Hammond, on Power Rangers Cosmic Protectors. Go check out the Patreon page that we have.
Oh.
It's and I've been promoting this for a long time, and we all have. It's a
Good
Power
stuff.
Ranger motion comic. We're bringing back past Rangers. We're bringing back a lot of former hashtag show members, current hashtag show members. That are going to be a part of this project. It's super cool. It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
And if you guys are interested, we actually just hit our goal for this month, so we will be having another AMA. Just make sure to follow our social media accounts to see when we will be having that, the time and the date. And make sure to subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go
Now
with
let's
some
get
good
into
stuff.
some Power Rangers Turbo.
The Curveball.
Let's shift into Turbo. Curveball. Let's talk about it.
Shift in the turn.
So, Curveball is a TJ focus episode. We knew that when he got on that bus from wherever he came from, he was going to Angel Grove to be a freaking baseball
coach.
superstar.
Well, I thought it was a coach. I thought he was like, I'm gonna coach
Superstar.
my
He
uncle's
wanted to-
team or
Well, he is
whatever.
kind of, because he could bat both ways. Like, there's one, like the monster, he's batting left-handed, and then the other way he's batting
I
right-handed.
mean,
so
hey, you know what? I don't want
pretty
to.
sure he's good, but he's not as good as Tanya.
He
Tanya
swings
was like
both
the
ways,
baseball.
and that's his situation. I don't want to. You know, we're talking about the show, and on this episode, definitely, you're right. He is ambidextrous.
Yeah.
I mean, he's taking. You know, he can play pretty well. So
a
that's
switch
always
hitter.
a bit. Yes, a switch hitter, which is always important, especially in baseball.
Yes.
No joke. It's definitely important because you can take on you can take off a left and or right-handed pitcher either way and still just kill and crush. Now the thing is,
Oh, yes. I wanted to promote real quick. Sorry to cut you off. I want to promote Martha's Facebook and Twitter.
yeah.
Please follow her Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at MDMC Entertainment. Go follow it. Go follow all of her stuff on social media. I think she's one of the best booking agents out there. She's amazing. She actually cares about the fans, and she's doing a lot of innovative things. So go check her out right now. Go give her a follow. Go give her a like on Facebook. Go support some more of the community.
you know,
Sorry to cut you off.
No, do a follow, a like, comment, and then on top of that, if you guys can, share her page or her her profile in your stories.
And then if you guys really want to see those Rangers on one of our shows, put it in the comments, share it out there, and then make it more of an incentive for this thing to actually happen.
That's it. There you go, guys.
I like that.
Dude, you guys can make something happen. Be active. Trust me, it will.
Yeah.
So
When you
TJ
speak up,
sorry.
magic will happen.
So TJ, his whole purpose about getting on that bus was baseball.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we finally get to see it kind of pay off, like however many episodes later, like 16 episodes later.
That's a long.
Was it
That's a long
really
time.
was it really a payoff?
You know what's fascinating to me about
Yeah,
this
and it's
though
not payoff.
is that like I felt like the producers when they got to Power Rangers Zeo, they sat down and they were like, listen, let's talk to the actors and kind of see like what their personalities are. Let's go
Like,
to
like
characters.
Tanya, like Tanya's like whole baseball softball thing was super interesting. And
Yes.
way
Right.
more compelling than this particular
Yes,
episode.
that's right.
Unfortunately,
And then why don't you think that's taken in the same direction with the TurboCast?
they just stopped caring.
Or they were skewing towards a younger audience because with Justin being involved.
I mean, yeah,
think
but
it's-
even in the beginning, it was like with Rocky and everyone, like they were pretty good.
I think it's fresh off the heels of the second movie, and they're just kind of like, well, let's just see where it goes. Like, you know, this gravy train's moving, and people are going to take anything we give them. But
That's true.
we have to make sure to push to the people to do what we always originally said we were going to do, which is sell toys. So we have to
And
make
they do
sure
it,
that
and
we
they
can
have
do our
like in one of
merchandise.
these
our
episodes, they
merchandise.
have the double Megazord combination fusion trick that
Yep.
probably never comes back up.
No,
again,
but once
since there's
again,
only 4
they
more episodes.
definitely sold toys with it.
Yeah.
So this season went back to like, hey, what are we here for again? Oh, merchandising. Well, let's go ahead and merchandise. And they kind of forgot that they were trying to hit out to fans, trying to give them some entertainment besides just sell them something. I think that's what happened with Turbo.
Sure.
It just lost that heart until the end when they realized, oh, we can do a story and sell stuff. That's what it was.
So then, what do we think that this episode is? Do we think it was any good?
No, because even okay, so
No,
the whole
that was
thing
a quick answer.
Because
Complete
Heath
no.
comes up and it was that confrontation between him and Heath can throw these like crazy curveballs that TJ can't hit. So long story short, like Heath is a dick, falls off a cliff, TJ saves him, and then like at the end, the moral of the story is like, I saved your life, so now my team gets to lose at baseball. I'm gonna teach you how to hit my special curveball, and like the rest of it, and like juke the rest of my team for a win.
At
And I
the
don't like
cost
that.
of my team
Yeah.
winning or losing.
I don't know what the moral of the story is. It makes zero sense.
There
It
was
actually
none.
Really infuriating.
There
Like, I
was
did not
none.
like
It made no sense. Hey, I'm going to show you how to win.
Right, and the teacher should have been like, "Oh, like I have the power to learn, and like I appreciate your skill, and blah blah blah, or whatever the case is." But he was like, "No, I teach me how to do that because I want to look good in front of my team."
Pretty much, it was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go ahead and grease the wheel." Like, "Oh, are you a betting man? Good. Now's the time to bet for your team."
Joker say, if you're good at something, never do it for free.
Yes.
That's essentially the moral of this story with this picture.
Pretty much.
Heath
He's
should
an
never
idiot.
have given his secrets out.
Yes,
Well,
was
he
an
wasn't
idiot.
going to, but he's like, "You saved my life. I guess I owe you one at the detriment to the rest of my team."
Yeah. What
Which
about
was
these
weird.
other kids?
It was a weird thing. This episode made zero sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
right.
they don't go to the nationals, and probably one of the children probably got beat.
Yeah,
That's probably what happened.
and there was
So
like
think
no
about
purpose
that,
to the
TJ.
monster either. Like,
Well, if you think about it, TJ really screwed over Heath's whole team.
yeah,
like,
that's what we're saying.
yep,
We're
They
that's
like,
could
what
have
I'm
been. They could have been like
The winners.
superstars.
They could have gone to
Got
the
college
nationals.
scholarships, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now guess what?
And now
They're
Heath
not.
taught
None
him
of
how
them.
to hit the ball.
Yeah. None of it none of that is happening. Heath now most likely is just some drunkard that says
Now,
I could have been amazing.
I
Yeah.
think the redeeming part about this episode is actually, so one of the teammates actually shows up later on in Turbo as a villain.
What? What are you talking
That would have been
about?
amazing, right?
That would've been- He's like, oh, Rangers!
Shows up as a
My
villain
life
because
has been
he
ruined.
felt so disgruntled that TJ learned how to hit this ball.
Let's meet the Robinsons.
Yeah.
Man. That's pretty
No,
much
but
what
I
that
agree.
is.
I agree with you guys. I think this episode. I like this TJ character development.
But it
What
was so minimal.
development?
Like, I don't even think it was development, really.
There wasn't any.
I don't think we learned anything more about his character. Where he's like, I saved this guy's life. Now I can
That's
hit
it.
balls.
That's it. I don't feel that was
Episode well
development.
done.
I think they really didn't care about development. It was just like,
I don't feel any
let's
more
make him look good.
compassion or like I don't like him any more than I did previously. It's just like ambivalence.
Yeah, the question
for
is,
this whole entire team.
what did I learn about him?
Sure.
I didn't learn anything about him, unfortunately. That's it. That's it.
What do you guys rate this?
Yeah. What do you guys rate this episode? Because honestly, we have a particular
It was
feeling about it,
mediocre.
but we're not going to just go ahead and ruin it for everyone or make it great for everyone. What do you guys think?
LOL, I've missed these on Sunday.
Who's in it?
Some of us have too.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Some of us have.
Honestly, I would give it a 2. It's basic.
Ya basic.
And that's being generous.
We're gonna give it a ya
You're
basic.
basic. That's what it gets.
And I am
That's
wearing my
literally-
UGG shoes, so I do like relate to this.
But you're not drinking.
You're very
pumpkin
in.
spice.
You're very in character for your
Twitch
I
tonight.
was going to Ren and Stimpy. What is it?
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty Twitch tonight,
I
man.
guess you're close. Yeah,
I've never seen Rick and Morty. I have no idea what it is.
Oh, you gotta watch it tonight.
It's super good. Okay, so I've never streamed on Twitch before, but tonight will be my
Very
first time.
special.
So
I'm not
if you
even going to lie to you. I have no idea what you guys are doing.
I
You'll
want you
find
to
out
know-
if you
Yes,
tune in
that's right.
at 8 o'clock tonight on Twitch Pacific Standard Time.
Wait,
That's right.
so
What time is
and
it?
I don't
Oh,
want to.
yeah.
I don't want to divulge too much. Is it having to do with grass and Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
Okay.
Two of my favorite hobbies.
Hydroponics.
Yeah.
We got some rankings right now. Thomas Franco gives it a 2.5.
Oh,
Blackwing gives it a 3, just being nice. Larry Newbill gives it a out of 5. Blur gives it a -5. Sparky Skies gives it a 2. Mikey Prez gives it a 2.
jeez.
Martha gives it a 3. So we'll see. We'll see.
Once
It's
again,
like all the
blame.
acting is good, but the
No, it's
writing
once
is
again
terrible,
that is our
man.
problem with
The
this
writing is
entire
terrible.
season. What have we been saying? Our theme has been blame the writers.
Yep.
Every time there's something wrong, what do we tell you guys? Blame the writers. Blame
We
the
can't even really
writers.
blame them because they are pumping out massive amounts of episodes per season.
Still, how can
But
you go
yeah,
from
it's so
pumping
weak
out
compared
something
to
that-
Honestly, I really think the big
good and
takeaway
interesting to
today
watch.
is that the 49ers won by 10 points,
So did the Cowboys.
but the 49ers won in the last 56 seconds of the game by 10 points.
Okay.
So I think that's a big deal.
Browns.
The 9-1 San Francisco 49ers, the number 1 team in the NFL that nobody thought was going to be there, are fucking phenomenal. So I just wanted to say that, get that out there. Liger Zero gives
Green
this
Bay.
episode a 3.
No, no, no.
Well, Browns are shaky, Raiders
Green
are shaky.
Bay.
Green Bay is actually, I think personally, the second best
I
team in
think
the
we
NFL.
may actually hit it this year.
I think the Saints are third. I would go as far as the Patriots are fourth, and I would say the fifth team. And I actually think this team's actually going to the Super Bowl is the Ravens. It'll be the
Whoa.
Ravens Niners calling it right now.
Wow.
Anyway, WWE Master gives it a 1.5. Blur gives it a -4. So there you go. This episode wasn't that great. We do think that if you're a fan of TJ, you're going to be very disappointed in this for the writing
Ultimately.
aspect of it. The
Ultimately.
villains aren't very strong. The premise
no
isn't
sense.
there. The message isn't there.
None.
This one's just off.
Yeah.
Let's get to our next episode. My favorite of the bunch.
Carlos and the Count.
Oh
Carlos.
my God.
Carlos is a
Number 2.
motherfucking vampire, guys. I loved it. I loved it.
I
He
know,
is so
Al,
excited.
don't
Okay.
speak negatively. I loved it.
The entire
the one
year.
with Adam was better. The one with Adam and he was going through the old like monster movies and stuff. That
Yeah,
one was
that
out
was
of the
better,
water,
right?
phenomenal. So like compared to this, I was like, it was alright.
We got a super chat, y'all. This is from your prom date, MJ Spud.
Hey, what's up? We haven't seen you in a really long time.
And that's what he
I know,
says.
right?
Hey, guys, long time.
It definitely has
Glad you could
been,
join
and
us
we're
this
glad you
evening.
could join us. Tonight's going to be a fun night. Make sure you continue to enjoy it. Now, when it comes to this episode, this is one of Joe's favorites.
Oh,
personal
we get
favorites.
like commentary here because Roger's agent is in the chat right now. And she said Roger loved this episode.
Okay, all right.
Shooting the episode. Loved shooting this
It
episode.
looked fun.
Okay, it
was
was really
ridiculous.
great. It was really great until like the resolution, like the Alpha 6 resolution, where it's like
Dude,
graphics.
I hate it.
was so
I hate
good,
the fact
and
that he
they
had to show up.
undercut it like crazy.
Yes,
I agree with
He
that. I
shows
agree with
up
that.
with
It was
his,
so good, but that I was just like, what?
Literally,
that
the
was the most
Deus-
disappointing
here it comes Alpha
anticlimactic
6.
thing ever.
Alpha 6 with the Deus Ex Machina and removing the whole vampire
Yeah.
thing. I wanted it to go on a little bit more.
too. Like, it
I wanted
had
him to
such
fly.
promise.
I was like, this is gonna be great, and they pulled everything away from him. Man,
Oh man!
but it had to
you
be a
know,
fun
it
episode to
takes
shoot.
every ounce of me not to respond to trolls, but I'm gonna do it anyway. No, it's just a football troll, and it really takes a lot.
Oh,
of me.
that's fun. That's fun.
I love when people say the Packers versus Niners Sunday. You're going down, Joe. Listen,
Trollman the Agitator is what you will call
Listen.
them from now on. Trollman.
49ers
The Agitator.
are the best team in the NFL. If you don't like it, tough shit, but
Wow.
it's true. Anyway, they have the most buzz. They have the best running game and best defense. They have a way better defense than the Packers. I think Aaron Rodgers is a
so
better
great.
quarterback.
How dare you.
But if everybody's healthy on the Niners, you're screwed. All right, let's keep going with this one because here's the reasons I do like this.
Yes,
episode.
I need to know.
Carlos character development. It's fun it's a fun episode.
Okay.
For Carlos, I do like the cheesiness of it. I
Yeah.
think it really To me, that cheesiness factor sparks Power Rangers to me.
It was such a good episode, minus that like DSS Machina where it's like I'm gonna spray you and you're not a vampire anymore.
I just was so pissed at that.
weak.
I wanted
It was
more.
super weak.
I wanted more because if you could do that and get him from not being then you could have sprayed the monster
Yeah.
and somehow he would have just disappeared.
Because I mean, she just
loved
took a
it.
bat anyway, used her little tongue, grabbed the bat, and I'm like,
Come on, man! Like, dude, and
spray that thing then.
I gotta say, I did love it when Carlos was bitten. Because it was like little Bulk and Skull just looking like, yeah, we know what we're not gonna do today. We know we're not gonna try to fight a monster.
Yo, they were
we
chimps for a really long time. They were invisible for a really long time. They know not to mess with those.
I also
monsters.
like the fact. I
Exactly.
mean, one glaring fact. I also like the fact that Bulk and Skull are not in high school anymore,
And they get
don't-
detention?
Don't necessarily know what they're doing. but
Kaplan,
they get detention.
Kaplan-
Yeah.
Yo,
gives him
the
detention and
return of
graduated.
Kaplan. The return of Kaplan.
Yeah.
That was so. He was like, you don't go here anymore. So come on. And we talked about this off air. How Kaplan, the teachers are the adults that choose to actually live life and continue on instead of following whatever these popular kids do. Everyone else, it's an adult that interacts with them, says, what are the kids doing? Let me follow them. Stone was like,
yeah.
oh, well, I guess I'm going to quit this job. What are they doing? Oh, blah, blah. Ernie was trying to
Well,
figure out any way he
let's
could hang
get
out
real.
with them.
Stone, Lieutenant Stone cannot keep a job.
True. But Ernie was still trying to figure out any way he could to make sure the kids still showed up and hung out at his place. Like, oh yeah, it's a fitness place. Oh, it's a juice bar. Oh, it's a cafe. Ernie was just like, I blew me.
You know what? I will say this. So we'll get to space eventually, and it actually, I guess,
show up in
no, I guess Stone goes out of business because he sells it to somebody, and it's called Adele's. And it's this older black woman that owns and she turns it into like a surf shop or a surf themed. It's like islands essentially.
He already
Oh my
had like a little
God.
surf shot at the beach that
Yeah,
Casey's
right?
girlfriend was
Well,
working
that was
Yeah,
Ernie.
that's right.
Ernie obviously.
Oh, yeah,
didn't
that
do
Oh, that was
it.
Ernie. That was
Yeah,
Ernie.
that
I'm
was
sorry.
Ernie tried to expand to the beach club.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It didn't
Then
quite
he
work
got-
out the way he wanted to.
Ernie
He
just-
probably let everybody.
He
Hey,
already filed
drinks
Chapter
on me.
8 like 5, 6, 7 times.
Ernie was done.
Things did not work out well for Ernie at the juice bar.
Not
No.
at all. Not at all.
But this episode, I thought I think it had charm to it. That's the reason why I liked
It was fun. This episode was fun.
It was
That's what
fun
I did enjoy.
Until Carlos just randomly got fixed for
Ju-
no
Alpha 6 is
consequences.
our problem.
I
Alpha
agree.
6.
I think
It
the
could have been
fix
better. This was like the most promising episode I feel like I've seen.
The fix was too easy.
Yeah.
Alpha 6 thinks of himself as like, plot hole speckle. Like, oh, I can fill it in. You're not.
I
It's
also-
really horrible.
I also
It's like
hate
a different
Alpha
color.
6.
Yo,
Yo, Rangers.
how's it going? I'm
Yo,
like,
Rangers, how is it going? Oh, watch out.
Also, are we frozen?
I think we are.
Are we frozen?
I think we're frozen.
Can you see us moving?
I love Elle's look.
The side eye.
At the side
I got
eye.
hella shade going on.
Oh, Elle is like, what? You like Alpha 6? Like,
I'm wearing Alpha. I just realized I was wearing
Yeah.
Alpha.
You are. Oh man.
And if you can still hear us, thanks so much for Vicious Kill. They make amazing shirts. And You'll see
Yeah.
them at a lot of conventions.
Where's your shirt from?
That's
I
right.
like that.
Huh?
Your Ren and Stimpy shirt.
Rick and Morty shirt.
Rick and Morty.
Whatever.
What are you just?
It was actually from Adult Swim at San Diego Comic Con the first year the series came out.
Martha hated Alpha 6.
See?
Alpha 6 is terrible. Like the voice.
Yo, Rangers,
He is
how's
trying to
everything?
be
She
so
also
nice.
says that Ernie is a master marketer, though.
Is he?
Where is he? He lost a lot of money.
Ernie's gone bankrupt at least 5 or 6
So we're
times.
keeping it to theme. Frozen 2's coming out, and our picture's frozen right
Yeah,
now.
we're just trying to do it. We're trying to do it, of course, without getting hit with a copyright infringement or anything like that. So we're not going to sing the song, but indeed we are indeed letting it go.
There we go. We're back.
Oh wait. Okay,
We're
we're
choppy
back.
today.
We're back.
We got another super chat.
Hey.
Whoa.
The Blurry says, Joe, I've been thinking a lot about your article on Rancic and Time Force, and I wonder, are the Rangers more the bad guys than usual? I will go and argue that Time Force.
Yeah.
Look, that article did really well, but the Time Force team, they're trained to hate mutants. They're trained to kill them on sight. It was essentially what the Blade Runner.
Yeah.
It was essentially Blade Runner in Power
Looking
Ranger
for
form.
replicants.
We're looking for replicants. I mean, it was exactly that. And I think that if you really look at it, this is why I think that season's very skewed. Like, people like it, but the truth is that
You have
team's a
to take
villain
the time
team.
Yeah.
And like Katie, the Yellow Ranger, she's enhanced to kill mutants.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh.
it's
to
very
hunt.
bizarre.
To hunt mutants.
To hunt mutants.
Yeah.
It's
Wait
very
till we
bizarre.
get to that in like however many
About
years.
16 years.
Yeah.
But no,
pretty
it's
much.
very bizarre.
Boy,
But let me ask you some.
It's like Trump's wet dream. It's
Let
scary.
me ask you, Daniel. Give me some plot points of what you liked about this one.
This one, honestly, like I said, the villain that shows up, it was kind of interesting because he uses abilities as far as making the Rangers do well. Well, essentially, he would have been able to turn all the Rangers, and he would have
He
had an
didn't
army.
even need to, because Carlos was like, "Yo, Ashley, you looking pretty delicious standing there by your locker. I'm just gonna like."
Well, yeah,
Like,
he would have,
public.
and he would have probably taken everybody else over, and that would have been perfect for him.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, once again, Alpha 6 ruined all of that for everyone. Still, I enjoyed the villain. I really did.
But
I
I just felt
liked his
like Carlos
design.
was like, "Hey, the lights are kind of bright. I'm just wearing
I
sunglasses."
woke up, I went to sleep, and it feels like I never really woke up.
Like, did you not know what happened to you? Did you not see the bat creature like bite you, or like you're trying to play it off?
He
or,
plays
like-
it off. He played it off now. He's
I don't
a
know. The
vampire.
acting was pretty funny though. I like that. Where it's like, "Oh, garlic,
Oh yeah, that was right. He was like, "Garlic." Oh
So,
man, and nobody figured it out except for Justin.
Give me a downfall of this one. El, give
Alpha
me
6, man."
Sure. Fair enough. Let me ask you guys, what do you guys rank this episode? In the chat, we want to put that out there to you guys too. What do you guys give this episode? But I'm going to give this one a solid 4. I liked it,
Oh
personally.
wow, I thought you were gonna go like a 5, Mox, a 5.
Nah, I liked
thought
it.
you
I
were
give it a
gonna
solid
full
4.
on.
You rank it higher if you view them as the bad guys. Would you rank it higher?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think that's the interesting thing about, I mean, it's an interesting thing about Power Rangers in general. I mean, it's the morality of good and bad. Because if you actually look, I think that's where space gets really good because there's so many shades of gray.
Yeah,
That
there is.
that I think that the storytelling gets way more complex. And I think that once you kind of dig deep into the characters, honestly, the Andros and Corone stuff in space and the Darkonda and Ecliptor stuff
Yeah.
is deep. And it's like it's all a battle for like these two kids that are raised essentially as orphans, and maybe this villain killed their parents. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he
Well,
raised them good. Maybe he just went.
No, but
It's
the thing is,
very fascinating.
It's kind of Luke and Leia.
It is Luke and
It
Leia
is
very
Luke
much.
and Leia very much on that whole
And it makes
thing,
sense,
and then
it's
where
in
they're
space.
figuring out, and where they're figuring out what they're gonna do. They try to make it.
They
like
even
a
have the
space
Dagobah
opera.
system in that.
Yeah,
in that.
they do. Yeah, that's true.
What, like a swamp place where
Well,
they
they
have, like,
don't
a
go
Yoda
there.
come out
No,
and
no,
they're
They
like,
don't go there. They don't go
Okay,
there. But they do
okay.
mention.
They
Oh,
reference
they,
it.
Oh,
they
okay.
say it. They literally say.
Literally
Oh,
say,
what?
"Oh, that's the
Yeah.
Dagobah system." Yeah, they do.
So, good. What do you rank this one?
I don't know. I mean, it does better. Okay, my big question is the fusion Zords. They don't show back up, right? Like this is just a one-off thing.
No, this happens all the time.
I know. That's what.
No,
I'm gonna give it a 3.
All right.
No, I lie. I'm gonna give it a 2.
Okay.
Ooh.
Because it had such
All
high
right.
expectations, and at the end it was like Alpha 6, and then the Zords merged, and I'm like, oh, you're just trying to more merge.
Right after Alpha 6 showed up, that's where everything started to
Yeah.
go down for me.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, yo, this episode could have been a full-on 5. But then after that, Alpha 6 taking away some things, that goes ahead and knocks down 1 point. So now it goes to a 4. And then after that, with the whole fusion thing, that takes more
this
off
is
of
an
it.
interesting
So
fact.
it drops it down to a 3 for me.
This is an interesting fact from Roger's agent here. Fun fact that when Roger was doing the show at the time, he actually dressed like a vampire. So it wasn't a far stretch for him to dress any differently for this
What?
episode.
Wait, what
Yeah.
do you mean he like
Like-
naturally like he's
Slick
just
back
Yeah,
hair,
like naturally,
shades,
he dressed
wore
like
black.
that normally.
what?
That's crazy, right?
And he was.
That was-
He never played a vampire in
That's-
Sliders though.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
he
it.
didn't play a...
Ro was a
that's true.
vampire in Sliders.
That's true.
You
That's
know
very
what?
true.
There was this one moment, or this one time, Ro. I don't know why I did this. He was in an episode of 90210. I maybe have told this story a ton of times.
Maybe.
He was in an episode of 90210, and he told me which episode it was. So I legitimately spent the whole day finding it,
Never
It became-
seen it.
and I screenshotted
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
picture of
Yeah.
Ro,
It
and
became
then I
a
posted it
thing.
on Facebook, and then he wrote, "I can't believe you spent your whole day doing this."
You had to.
No,
but then- I did have to.
I had
But then...
never seen the episode.
But then I wanted to go to a convention and get Ro a booth with just headshots from Rose Hebe from 90210. And I
Oh, the
was like-
90210 was even better.
It was great.
Oh,
So funny.
God.
But
Street racing, man.
But back on to this, Daniel. What do you give it?
Like I said, I give it a 3. I took away 2 points from because of the fusion, and then also Alpha 6 being the Deus Ex Machina. So it went from a 5 down to a 3. That's it.
Mikey gives it a 3.5. Sparky Skies gives it a 2. Olivia McNeil is new here. Gives it a 3. Jared gives it a 4. Liger Zero gives it a 4. Blur gives it a 4. WWE Master gives it a 5. Layla gives it a 2.5. Larry gives it a originally gave it a 4.5, but he's gonna give it a solid 3. We also got us another super chat.
Oh, nice.
This is from Andros the Andros the Warrior High Alpha.
Okay.
What would be cool if the Millennium Red showed up with Beast Morphers that could be awesome. I mean, the Sentai version, he showed up a few times. Fair enough. Beast Morphers is a great
William
show.
Red showing up in Beast Morphers would be a really dope thing, and I think I would love to see it, but you know they're not going to do it as far as recreating that suit to put it out for the show. You know they're not. You know they're not.
So, all right. So we got one more episode. We got to fly through this one because we're running out of time.
Yeah.
Still strong man about Justin. Like, we already had a ton of Justin episodes. I would really love character development
You know
from
what?
anybody else except for Justin.
Do we even have to really review this episode?
He was
I'm just
Spider-Man,
being
man.
honest.
He got bit by an ant, so he got, like, Spider-Man ant powers, and...
He broke off a door. Then after that,
I just
he
feel
has
like this
super
is like
strength.
just like a big anti-doping campaign. I feel like this,
Really?
this whole thing is just like, hey, you're cheating at sports when you dope and you have powers that aren't actually earned. Like that was the whole thing where it's like, oh, you basically got some bug venom and that's steroids.
That's true, because he did
and
the
it's
super
not
jump.
fair. So I just feel like this was just a big anti-doping campaign. I
Well,
don't
you know, the thing is, when you cheat, you're not a ranger if you cheat, and that's the thing. That's why he couldn't go ahead and morph. He couldn't morph because he was too busy cheating. So that's really what it is.
Yeah.
Don't cheat. Don't cheat. That's the moral of the episode. That's it. The end.
Hey,
Great
I was just having a
episode.
conversation. Steroids never actually killed anybody. That's a straight up fact.
No, but it did make a man lose his ball. it made a man lose a ball.
Nobody's ever died from steroid usage.
No, but
history.
he lost a testicle, man.
So what?
And then
Nobody's
you
ever
get banned
died.
from all the sports that you do.
I have a question. So
Like Lance Armstrong, right?
I have a
That's what I'm
question.
saying, he
I have a
lost a
question for you
testicle.
guys. So let's performing enhancing drugs. Like it's a performance enhancer. So if a golfer gets LASIK, that's a performance enhancer.
That's not a
Come
drug,
on.
though.
But it's a performance
drug.
enhancer for golf. So should they be legal to play it?
Either they do LASIK, or they put on glasses. Those two,
It's glasses.
there's
Glasses?
equals
Performance
11
enhancement?
playing field. That's not the thing. The thing is when you're doing something that other people somehow cannot take advantage
There
of
was
as
this
well.
big controversy
that's the
though about a
difference, right?
runner that had no leg and had the
Oh yeah, the blades.
the prosthetic one
Uh-huh.
won and was like, hey, that's unfair to everyone else. I was like, that guy doesn't have a leg. I feel like he has the handicap.
I think he's doing as much as he can at this
Right.
point, right? Yeah, that's true.
I will go far. I will use the classic Eddie Guerrero line. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. So on that note,
That is
You
not
think
very
Justin?
Power Rangers.
Wait. So you think Justin he was okay for what he did?
no.
I'm telling you, the morphing grid,
Listen,
the
I think
powers that be.
this
said
should have
no
been the
to him.
episode where like, Justin, we're taking your powers away. You're off the show.
That's it. That's it.
That would've
Oh,
been
you're a
fantastic.
superhero. You're gonna get a spinoff. Not really, but we'll tell
He
him
would
that
at least
is.
learn a lesson.
Yeah.
It would,
And we
yeah.
would've-
But then he would have been like fucking Ant-Man or Spider-Man the whole
That's
rest of his
yeah.
maybe, and then becomes the villain, and then
Yeah.
you hate the character. Like,
Oh.
classic heel turn.
And it'll be like The Incredibles, a Disney Pixar movie.
Oh, that's
where it's
right.
Like, oh,
That's
I'm
right.
Syndrome, and you jilted me when I was young, and now I come back for my revenge.
Ridiculous. I love that.
All right,
part.
so rank this episode, and let's get at it. Let's wrap.
Oh my god, get this episode a 1 and go away. Ugh.
I'm also gonna
I did
give.
not
I'm gonna
like
give it a
it.
1. I'm gonna give it a 1 also.
I did not
Well,
like
episodes.
it.
What do you guys rank it in the chat? And also check out Cosmic Protectors. It's a Power Ranger webcomic. Excuse me, that we're all doing together. Great story,
Yes.
great voice acting,
Perfect.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Great art.
Bringing in Kamen Rider, bringing in a whole universe.
Our Super Sentai.
Super Sentai.
That's right.
Yep. Q Ranger. It's based on Q Ranger. It's our adaptation of Q Ranger. But we're bringing in Super Sentai. And I said Kamen Rider. I think one of the first Kamen Riders, we talked about it yesterday, that the first one that we've adapted is going to be Blades. So we did a cool thing with that storyline.
And if you want more information, make sure to follow all of our social medias for Cosmic Protectors and tune in for that AMA that we'll be posting.
Yeah.
Very soon.
And it's a great project. It's a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun. And this is also an opportunity for you guys to be Rangers. So
yeah.
check out how to do that. But I'm going to go through your rankings. Jared Hodges gives it a 1. Larry Newby gives it a 1. We got Layla give it a 0.5. Sparky Scott's it a 3. Thomas Franco, -1. WW Master is a 0.01. Mikey Perez gives it a 3. John Boy gives it a 3. Edward Sanchez gives it a 4. So
It was cross-border. I had a good message. Like, I thought it was better than the first one, the TJ episode. Had an actual message. That was cool. All right, well, tune in next week. We have 2 more Turbo episodes, and the week after that, we'll finish off Turbo. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
That's right. And I want to talk about this. You're doing a Rick and Morty thing?
Yes, Rick and Morty on Twitch. If you want to tune in for that, I would recommend that you be 18 or 21 or older.
I think it's 21 or
now.
older.
You should be 21 or older if you want to tune into that. If you don't want to watch that, make sure to stay tuned for Star Wars Fanatics and for wrestling.
That's right. Two things people love, man.
I don't know what this. I'm interested. I'm excited.
I am
So excited! I know you've never seen it. So excited! It's the first show that I lied. It's not the first show I'm doing with Josh. We did Altered Carbon a while back.
Oh yeah, that's
The Altered
right. I
Carbon.
forgot about that.
Altered Carbon may have been a good thing for the altered. For altered.
yeah.
Didn't think about that.
That's a high
Missed
concept.
opportunities.
High
Missed
concept theater.
opportunities.
High concept theater.
But anyway,
That show's terrible.
if you're if you're 21 or older, check this out. It's gonna be fun. I don't know what it is, but it's gonna be.
We don't really know what it is. We'll find out at 8 o'clock. See you there.
Bye, guys. Oh,
You gotta like, comment, share, and subscribe,
Keep
guys.
up to date with everything.
Do it right. Do it freaking
Yes.
right. So, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button to stay up to date with everything trending.
In geek pop culture.
We'll see you guys later.
Yeah, he's like, oh, hold on a
We
second.
have a tagline.
Yes, like what the hell is going on?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's been such a long time.
You just have to control that shit.
You got a gal plan.
My dad
You're
has
talking
gal.
gal